So as we know now, Jake Paul, of course, defeated Mike Tyson via unanimous decision. But luckily, on the positive side, everything's now all been said and done to do with the fight. It's all over. Make sure you guys check out my post-fight review for the fight, which I did a few days ago. Now we're talking about the aftermath, and we're going to go through the truth about what really went down between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Look, there's been loads of things said. My hair is a joke. Right, there's been loads of things said about this fight. Of course, ever since it's all been said and done, there's been many people out there saying that it was rigged and all that, and and there's others saying, moaning about Jake Paul holding back in the fight, and there's been lots of stuff said about it. Mostly that I feel like it's non-boxing fans out there who have been saying, "Oh, it's rigged. Look at what Mike Tyson was like on the pads pre-fight, and then look at how he fought in the fight against an actual human being in the fight, not against the mitts." It's the thing I don't understand. There's so many people out there, so many videos out there putting a video out pre-fight for Mike Tyson on the mitts. Then during the fight, you've got Mike Tyson not really being able to move. The reason for that, because in the actual fight, Mike Tyson was up against an actual moving guy who, my hair is a mess, an actual guy who was moving about, an actual guy who's throwing punches back at him. The mitts don't throw punches back at you. At the end of the day, that's why Mike Tyson wasn't able to throw him and get on the inside. Did you also not recognize the knee brace of Mike Tyson during the fight? He was fighting with a knee brace. He was wearing it all week for his public workout as well. Let's not be stupid here. Let's not be stupid. Mike Tyson was literally basically injured going into the fight. He had health issues as well. Health issues going into the fight. He was able to properly spar, I don't think, during this as well, because he had health issues going into it. I mean, at the end of the day, he had like an ulcer in his stomach, which he was struggling with, and he came out after the fight as well and said he almost died before the fight, but Mike Tyson still continued to go on and fight, and he was still able to make it the distance during it. So fair play to Mike Tyson. As I said in my post-fight review, the guy's an absolute beast, but unfortunately, he was injured in the fight. And he was also 60 years old, 58 if we're being precise. 58 years old. What do you expect from a 58-year-old man? The fight was not rigged. The fight was not rigged at all. Jake Paul held back a bit because, some people say, yeah, give him respect for all of that. No, though. Like, why are you getting in there with Mike Tyson in the first place when clearly, health-wise, he shouldn't have even been allowed to fight? So it's a disgrace on Netflix's behalf. It's a disgrace for Jake Paul. Fair play to Mike Tyson for still getting in there and still fighting. But it's an absolute disgrace that he was actually allowed to fight after coming out and saying after the fight, that he was that he almost died before, and that his health was all over the place basically. Before the fight as well, when Mike Tyson was walking out, he tripped on his way to the ring. He wasn't able to walk properly. He wasn't able to move properly in the ring because he was tired after the first round and his knee wasn't fully secure at the end of the day. That's why Mike Tyson lost the fight, because he's 58 years old and his health wasn't in the right place and his knee. Simple as that. A 60-year-old man's not going to beat a 27-year-old guy at the end of the day. A 60-year-old man's not going to beat a 27-year-old man. Simple as that. It's not going to happen, and it didn't happen. That's what people don't understand. Look at what happened with Evander Holyfield. Now look at what happened with Mike Tyson. Both guys were absolutely screwed when they fought a younger guy, and there you go. Both guys lost the fight. It's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, they both chose to do it for money. That's the thing. The truth is that the whole fight was for money, and it should never have happened. The fight wasn't rigged, though. The fight was not rigged. Many people were saying it was rigged. The fight was not rigged. So yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. It was it was a real proper lackluster fight, an absolute shambles, and yeah, honestly, it, who wasn't expecting that though? Who wasn't expecting that? I just don't know. I mean, there's just so many delusional people on the internet saying that it was rigged, but it was a 27-year-old against a 60-year-old. You know, it was obvious. Jake Paul was able to move around a lot in the ring, using his footwork. Jake Paul obviously was able to throw more punches because he's the fitter man. At the end of the day, Jake Paul didn't have any health problems going into it. He's 27, probably juiced up as well. Jake Paul's able to move around, throw punches, throw a decent volume, and obviously getting more volume than what Mike Tyson was. There are people slagging off Mike Tyson saying, "Oh, he only threw 97 punches in the fight." He's 58. It's good. 97 punches, I think it was, thrown from a 58-year-old Mike Tyson over 16 minutes. It's good. It's fine. You know, Mike Tyson did himself proud there. He did well in the fight for his age. I don't get what people don't understand. He was on the mitts, and people were saying he looked good. Anyone can look good on mitts. Anyone can look like a world champion on mitts. Mike Tyson was 60. What did you expect going into the fight? What happened? I expected what happened. I thought Tyson would get knocked out, but Jake Paul held back, and Mike Tyson couldn't get close to him because he could not move. Mike Tyson couldn't shift his feet. He couldn't create angles because he's too old. He wasn't able to carry himself. His legs probably felt ridiculously heavy in there at the end of the day, and he can't help that. That's his age. And you know that's health problems that you're going to get at that age. So you know it's not Mike Tyson's fault he couldn't move. He didn't throw the fight away. He didn't bottle it. I think people saying that it's really disrespectful to Mike Tyson, saying that he threw the fight away. Oh, he bottled it. He let Jake Paul win. It was rigged. No, it's disrespectful to say to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson would have smashed Jake Paul up in his prime easily. But right now, at 58 years old, you know, he didn't throw the fight away. He was too old. Mike Tyson is not the kind of guy to throw a fight away. It was clear as hell to see. Mike Tyson wanted to do something. We saw what he could do in the first round. But again, as we were saying before the fight, Mike Tyson probably has about a round in him. We were right. He only had 2 minutes in him. That's it, if not a minute in him, because Jake Paul kind of was able to dictate the pace as the first round went on more, even though Mike Tyson probably took the round. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's disappointing, but the fight wasn't rigged. This was all done for money. How don't people understand it? The fight was not rigged. It was done for money. Tyson never stood a chance from the first place. I don't know how people actually even bloody predicted him to win the fight. But yeah, whatever. We got the decisive winner in Jake Paul. There we go.